Good morning, everyone. While we're waiting for others to get in and get settled, now's a good time to grab anything you need to get comfortable. Maybe it's a glass of water or a hot cup of tea or coffee. Also, if you have items at home and you'd like to smudge, it's a good time to grab those items as we begin to ignite the healing within. My matchbook is getting beat up. I think I need a new one. And if you don't have smudge at home, relatives, that's okay. I'll send some cleansing, healing, and positive energy your way. It's a new day. It's another sunrise, another sunset. It's a new month, and it's another phase of the moon. I'm gonna put some lavender. And white sage. Aloha, kakayaka, hello and good morning. My name is Malia and I'm a community healer at the HIR Wellness Institute. We are a nonprofit organization that focuses on the mental health and wellness of our relatives of Turtle Island, as well as other Indigenous and underserved communities, and also victims of crime. You can join us here every Monday through Friday at 8 a.m., where we will always breathe, stretch, explore ways to integrate self-care and wellness into our daily lives. And we will always honor our cultural traditions, our customs, our ancestry, our strength, and our resilience. So thank you so much for joining us this morning, relatives. We are live. It is Tuesday, June 1st. We just came out of Memorial Day weekend in the year 2021. Sometimes that in itself, just the year seems a little bit surreal. But with that, let's do a check-in. See how everybody was this last weekend. Did you have any good times? Did you have any tough times? So feel free to let us know how you're doing today, relatives. Also, we have some more of our HIR Wellness Institute team members here with us. We have Mariah Jensen, who is one of our social work interns. When you see the HIR Wellness Institute commenting this morning, that is Mariah. Good morning, Mariah. How are you doing? And relatives out there, this is a time to check in. Quite honestly, you can check in any time in these videos, whether it's the beginning, the middle, or even coming to the end. As long as the video is going and I see a check-in, we'll go ahead and we'll take a moment to reflect and be here for you, to hold space. I do see one of our check-ins is Gwen says good morning. It's a beautiful morning. So happy to be here. Gwen, as always, so happy that you're here with us. Thank you for being an important part of what our CEO calls community activated medicine. Community activated medicine, as a reminder, I know many of our relatives know, but if you're new to these videos, community activated medicine means that the people are the medicine. That means that you are the medicine. You are the most unique part of this virtual circle of care. And we're so glad you're here with us. We also have Terrell. Good morning, Terrell. How you doing? Terrell says, June, woohoo. It's crazy. It feels crazy to be in June. I know it's not. It's not like the days of, we've missed any days in the year or anything, but it just definitely does feel, to me, it does feel strange that it is June. And again, checking in relatives. How are you doing? How was your Memorial weekend? Did you work or did you have off? How was your Monday? It feels strange that it's already Tuesday. And with that, I wanted to get back into, I spent this weekend, I'll check in, just being home and being still, catching up on sleep, catching up on housework, catching up on exercise. It was a really peaceful and relaxing weekend. It feels wonderful. And because it was Memorial Weekend, it seems like everyone in the neighborhood was out of town. So everything was really quiet. And during this long weekend of reflection, I knew that today when I started the work week that I wanted to be able to focus on my health, because as we're looking at our balance in life, one of the things I found is that when we focus on one aspect of our wellness, it will tend to affect positively the other aspects of our wellness. And so for me, I knew I wanted that focus to be on the body and physical health this morning. So with that, as we're starting this week strong and getting into the summer, there's a couple things I wanted to prepare and share with you this morning. I'll do a quick check-in. I see Terrell says, body is feeling tired and achy. I am alert and excited. Healing works for the first time in months. Healing to work for the first time in months. Oh, thank you for sharing, Terrell. So Terrell, if you care to share, if you like to, let us know. You're saying that your body is feeling tired and achy, and that's great because you're recognizing parts of your body that maybe need some attention, or you can even physically feel areas that, that you could focus on. So let me know, Terrell, let our relatives know, what are some things that you might do today or this week that can help support you in that way. And while everyone's checking in, I'm going to go ahead and prepare some lemon water. So I got my cutting board here. Look, it's a little house. Alright. Got a nice big lemon here. Good morning, Indigo. How you doing? Always happy to see you, Indigo. Always happy to see everyone. Indigo says, glad to have you back today. Glad you had a good weekend. I did too. Spent a lot of time with some of my family. Aww. That's good to hear, Indigo. I'm glad you had a nice weekend with family. So, I'm going to get a little fancy today because I'm well rested. So, I'm just going to cut a little lemon slice here to garnish my cup with. And then, to prepare lemon water, I'm going to smell it first. It smells great. I'm just going to squeeze with my thumbs. I don't get fancy. I don't need any tools or anything. As long as you don't have a cut on your thumb, it feels fine just to use your thumbs, and you get the most juice out, I think. The lemon water is an excellent, excellent way to start the day. First thing in the morning before you eat anything. Because the vitamin C is so necessary for our bodies, for the function of all of our systems. We need vitamin C every single day. Unlike other creatures and other relatives, animal relatives, we cannot make our own vitamin C. So we can get it from things like lemons, limes, grapefruits, cuties, just about any fruit and vegetable, strawberries, berries. I think there's a lot of it in broccoli too. You'd have to double check to make sure, but pretty much if it's a living fruit and vegetable, you can get vitamin C from it. Alright, so this, my extra lemon peel, I'll put this in my dishwasher, or not my dishwasher, my garbage disposal to freshen it up. Because our plant relatives, you know, we don't want to just waste them. What I'll also do too is I have a bunch of pots and pans that need to soak. I'll just put this right in a soaking pot and pan, and it'll help in about, by tonight when I scour out the pan, it'll have loosened everything up. So I'll just keep that. I don't want to throw it away. Or you could put it in compost. And then for my citrus water, I have my pitcher. Now, if I wanted to, or if you wanted to, you could use any citrus really. And if you wanted to sweeten it up, you could put like a tablespoon of honey in there, or agave syrup, maple syrup, even a little sugar if you wanted to. But I just want to drink it clean and healthy. This will really help kickstart my metabolism and my digestion and really cleanse the body. So this is the first way I'm starting my morning. Wellness to you all. Maybe you have a wonderful first week of June. May you have moments in here where you can practice self-care, maybe reestablish a routine that fits and suits you for your summer schedule. Something that helps you get to serving yourself in a way of wellness. Perhaps your focus is on physical health. Maybe it's on relaxation. Whatever your focus is for the season, cheers to you. That tastes so good this morning. Let's go to the comment section and see how everyone is doing. Indigo says, taking my mom for a walk this afternoon, hopefully, if she's up to it. Aw, Indigo, good job taking care of the moms and a walk. That's awesome. Mariah's thanking everyone for their shares. Terrell says, LOL, should be heading to work. I know once I start moving and get my beverages, my achiness will go away. More like morning stiffness from a deep sleep. I know I need to move to loosen those joints. Walking will do it. Beverages will be water and coffee. Sounds like you're in touch with what you need, Terrell. Thank you for sharing. Sounds like an excellent start to your day. And Mariah asks us, what serves your wellness relative? So if you care to share, let us know. What do you need now? What is your focus today? What's one thing that you can do to serve your wellness? And as a reminder, relatives, wellness it doesn't have to be a trip to the spa. I wish it was. It's not always the case. Wellness really is, to me, is focusing on those positive things that you can do to give yourself the care that you need, whether that's physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. It might be work or school related. And yes, I'm going to a grapefruit now, so don't mind me. I wanted you to see, my prep this morning. I am focusing a lot on citrus, but I had this grapefruit that I've had here at the house for some time, and I wanted to use it because I had a feeling the seeds were starting to sprout. They are. I kind of broke them up. But last year I planted grapefruit in the yard, in my garden, just to see what would happen, and it grew. But I didn't realize that until oh, here, I have a seed. I can plant this. I'll plant this. Maybe I'll plant it tomorrow. I didn't realize it grew until I had my son weed, and he accidentally weeded the grapefruit because I didn't identify to him that he should keep it. But so it looks like this year I will plant grapefruit as well, and this time I'll put it in a container so I can bring it inside the house. But look at the roots. So I've had this grapefruit for a long time. I'm just going to pull out the seeds. I know typically everyone should have done their planting this weekend. I didn't, so I'll be a little late on my planting, but that's okay. And tomorrow, if the weather fares well, I will probably take us out into the garden and just get us to do some planting. Look at all these roots, they're coming deep. That's okay. Alright, got another seed I'm just going to get out of here. This one's spreading, so again, I'll have a couple of seeds. You can see that? How it sprouted here, and there's the little green, see the little green nub, the little sprout there. So these will be good seeds for planting. Indigo says, I'm trying to get myself back into the routine of doing brief yoga before going to bed each night. I've only done it last night over the last week. I feel so much better when I do it, but I have to plan ahead to start towards bed before I'm too tired to do it. Indigo, that sounds awesome. So you have been doing it. That's great. I'm happy for you. For those of you who are into yoga and stretching, it seems, I'm sure we all know that it's a beautiful, beautiful way to practice wellness. Has a lot of amazing benefits on the body. What are some other ways that you practice physical health, relatives? Feel free to let us know. I know Indigo's talking about yoga and stretching. Terrell's been talking about walking. Feel free to share. And I'm just going to cut up this grapefruit. So, the juice of like a half a grapefruit, I can't say for certain, but I would guess this has plenty of vitamin C in it. And the fact that I'm doing lemon water has plenty of vitamin C. When you get your allotted of a need of vitamin C in a day, your body will actually just flush out the stuff that the excess when you use the restroom. So one thing about that is you can't really overtake vitamin C in that way. Like, you're not going to eat to the point where it's, a grapefruit is too much and a lemon's too much. But at the same time, I really don't need this much citrus. I'm just doing it because I have this grapefruit that I know I want to use, and just to kind of show you your options as far as citrus. And also, grapefruit's really good for you. So I'll just have a little bit more vitamin C than I need, but I'll still have the different components of each fruit. And this, I'll actually get some of the pulp in there, and that's good too. Whereas with the lemon, I'm just drinking it, just the juice, no pulp. So there's that. And what I'll do too, I talk a lot about local honey. My jar is almost gone. But when you have allergies, try sometime, instead of going to the medicine, if you want to, give it a try and just try a spoonful of local honey and see how you feel with that. You could put it in hot water or tea. You could put it on your fruit, or you could just literally just eat the local honey right off the spoon, or on a cracker or something, and then see how your allergies feel. I'm just going to kind of put it around on my grapefruit. Okay, so, alright, so I got my citrus water here. I got my grapefruit and honey here. I'm going to just go ahead and dig in. Really good. I won't torture you by eating that in front of you, but that'll be my breakfast for today. I'll wash it down with my lemon water. You know, honestly, I think with the citrus and just that little bit of honey, and the lemon water is nice and cold, I don't think I'll need my coffee this morning. I feel fine. I actually feel nice and awake. All right. We'll do one last thing for our physical prep this morning, is a cup of ginger tea, which is awesome because I do have that leftover lemon. I have that other half. I'm just going to do a nice lemon wedge. I'm citrus all the way today, but that's okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and squeeze some of that lemon into my teacup. This would be great to put honey here too as well, but I don't need to overdo it on the honey, so I'll just have it on my grapefruit. I don't need all the extra sugar. And then what I did was I took ginger root, coin sliced it. I boiled some water, I threw it in the pot. Now it's interesting though with this ginger tea, I did it a little bit different this time. With the ginger tea this round, I boiled the water, I coin sliced it, and I ran out of time, so I turned the water off and just covered it. I didn't boil the roots, it just steeped. So we'll see how it turned out. So it's lighter in color, but I'll let you know how the flavor is. Okay. Alright, so trying the ginger tea. Just again, it was steeped. I did not boil the roots. I boiled the water, turned off the pot, put the sliced ginger in there, and let it steep with a covered pot for about 30 minutes. Let's see how it tastes. It's really pleasant with the squeeze of lemon I put in there. It's light, but it does have that spice. This would be a really good way to start the morning too, to get your vitamin C in, but also get your body digesting. Especially if this weekend, if you were at family parties and you were having like creamy salads and like meat and brats and stuff like that. If you had a heavy weekend, this would be a really great way to support your wellness through the week, is just by drinking ginger tea throughout the day. It can also quell your appetite, so you know how when you eat big and your tummy gets used to eating big, and this can kind of help you to stop maybe eating the big portion sizes that you might have while you were celebrating this weekend or honoring this weekend. So if you're trying to cut down on food, not eat as much, a ginger tea is really good because it'll keep your body warm. It'll keep your tummy full, and it can really help support the digestion of all that stuff that maybe you indulged on this weekend. So I highly recommend the ginger tea. One of the things too is you can also serve it cold. So I still have a half of a pot here. I'll let it keep steeping, and then it'll return to room temperature, and I'll go ahead and pop it in the fridge till tomorrow, and then I can have iced ginger tea in the morning, or tonight if I feel like it. Let's go back to the comment section and see how everyone's doing. Terrell says, my goal today is to get supplies and check in with my organization needs. I've been feeling a bit unorganized lately. With that comes feeling rushed. Going to redo my planning to help with that. Will feel less stressed then. Better prepared. Also need to add night stretching. We'll need a plan for that. Thank you for sharing, Terrell. And this is a good reminder to all of us that as we're in a new month and we're in a new season, we're on June 1st today. This is a good time and a good week to sort of reorient yourself to the new season, to the changing of the, of when the night falls and when the sun rises. It would be a good time if you want to think about how you're going to spend your summer, to decide maybe what new actions or wellness habits or behaviors that you'd like to put into your medicine kit. It's a good time to organize and reorient yourself with the changing of the season. And it's June 1st, so if you have some goals or something that you want to set out to do this month or this summer, maybe even today or this week, it's a good time to take some time if you haven't yet. Sometimes our wellness and our self-care is exactly what Terrell's talking about. Part of the wellness in that overall balance, work and school, can be a really important part of your wellness. If you're feeling organized, and maybe for you, you really need that. I think we all need it to some degree. If you're feeling unorganized, allow yourself to take that moment to do one small thing if it seems overwhelming. It might even be one drawer in the kitchen or in the bathroom. It might be cleaning out your purse. It might be that drawer next to your nightstand, or rearranging your sock drawer. It doesn't have to be everything and all things at once. But when you take those small steps, just one small step, you might be inspired to go further. Or if that's enough, that's okay. It's our path to wellness. It happens one step at a time. It's a slow process. Sometimes we have more energy to support what we need. Sometimes we don't. Whatever area it is that we can focus on, go for it. Some days we run, some days we crawl, and some days we just sit and reflect. And wherever you're at on your wellness path, it's absolutely okay. And with that, that's a reminder to our relatives out there who aren't doing okay. When you're here, you know that I will always remind you, it is okay not to be okay. The thing is we don't want to stay there all the time. Relatives, if you're not okay, it's okay not to be okay. You don't have to hide it. You don't have to suppress it. You don't have to keep the mask on. You don't have to pretend like it doesn't matter, because it does matter. And I know that oftentimes we're used to putting ourselves last. Oftentimes we're used to saying, you know what, it's no big deal. I don't want to be seen. I don't want you to see me. I don't want you to see me vulnerable. But sometimes that's just what we need, is to be vulnerable and to allow ourselves, hey, you know what? I'm not all right. And here's what I need. So to our relatives out there, for those of you who aren't having a great day, maybe this weekend wasn't a weekend of good memories. Maybe it was a weekend of trauma. Maybe you're just straight up bummed out that your long weekend is over and you have to go back to your work day. Whatever it is, if you're not okay, there's some things that we can do. You can always go to your medicine kit. Your medicine kit are those thoughts, behaviors, tools, actions, exercises, physical, tangible things, even, that when you recognize you have some sort of need for your wellness, that you go to. And when you're not okay, what is it that you go to? And relatives, for those of you who know, what do you go to when you're not okay? Please feel free to share so you can support our relatives out there who aren't quite sure. I always say, when you're not okay, you access whatever it is you need in your toolkit. And for a lot of people, it might be reaching out to someone that you trust, that you can talk to. It might be a family member or a friend. It might be a coworker that you trust. And it might be our CARES Warm Line. It's open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. and you can call or text. What can you do with the CARES Warm Line? When is it time to call the CARES Warm Line? Like I said, you can call or text, and within 24 hours you'll get a response. So it is not a crisis line. But what it is a place where we hold space for you. If you're feeling sad or lonely or anxious, or you don't know what the heck you're supposed to do with yourself, but you're feeling a certain type of way, and you know that way needs to be addressed and you need to let it out, or you just need to reflect on it. That's what the CARES Warm Line is for. We provide you with that emotional support without judgment, without stigma. You come as you are. You can take that mask off. And you'll be listened to with respect and dignity. No stigma, no judgment. And not only can we provide you with that emotional support, but with resources that might be helpful to you. If you're out of state, if you're out of the state of Wisconsin, we can help you in your search to finding organizations that may be able to serve you. If you are, if you're looking for resources and advocacy, if it's time for you to transition into a different phase of your life, and that might involve breaking away from your current situation. Maybe you're looking for resources and safety planning, advocacy, seeking shelter. Maybe you lost someone and you want to mourn. Or maybe you want to pray. Or maybe you want to connect to culture. And when I say prayer too, I'm not identifying, there is no religion to support, there is no spirituality to support. You decide what your spiritual way is, if you are spiritual, if you choose to pray, who you pray to. You'll always be treated with love and respect here, however you identify, religiously, spiritually, relationally, tribally, whatever nation you are, whatever color of the rainbow are, you are welcome here. Let's go back to the comments. Alice, good morning. Thank you for being with us. Alice says, today, goal, work at art gallery in the morning. Being around so much creativity and take that to my easel, getting some pieces ready for show this month, and then I will go play with my horses and dogs. Cool, quiet, still day right now. Birds and critters fed. All helps when I am a bit off emotionally. Alice, your day and your goal for today sounds absolutely beautiful. That sounds like a great day. I'm so happy for you. Honestly, I wish I was doing that too, but that sounds amazing, Alice. Thank you for sharing. Indigo says the two things for me are nature and spirit, including what is sometimes called energy work, which is really working with bringing spirit into physical, emotional experience. That is what I reach for when I feel overwhelmed by any emotions or thoughts that trouble me. Thank you, Indigo. Indigo, you're always getting into that deep work and deep soul. Thank you for sharing, Indigo. Terrell says, reconnecting with nature and praying helps me. Sometimes emotions feel like energy for me. Then I need to move, clean, dance, etc. Thank you, Terrell, and for all of you for your insightful shares. Wellness looks different for every one of us. Sometimes it's a creative experience. We're connecting to animals. Other times it's energy work. Sometimes it's prayer or movement. It might even be culture. I don't know which beverage to choose from, so I'm going to do both. I got my ginger tea. Got my lemon water. Let's do some deep breathing this morning, relatives. We'll keep it simple. We'll breathe in through the nose for 4. Exhale through the mouth for 6. While we're breathing, I'll ask you to focus on this one question. What is it that you need? What do you need? Your answer to that might be, need for what? What is it that you need right now in this moment to support your highest good? And your highest good is those things that you treasure and value and desire in life. Those things that bring you peace and joy and a sense of fullness and wholeness. What is it that you need right now? Let's breathe through that. You can sit, lay, or recline however you want. You can close your eyes if you want to, but you don't have to. Here we go. Take a deep inhale. What do you need? Deep inhale. Allow yourself to stay open to that answer. And exhale. Deep inhale. And exhale. Deep inhale. And exhale. Just continue to breathe as we roll the shoulders. We can move into a stretch here. Roll the shoulders. Release any of the tension that you're holding there. And just breathe. Let's go ahead and hold the shoulders up tight towards our ears. Hold it, squeeze. Exhale and release. Let's do it again. Inhale, squeeze tight towards the ears. And exhale and release. One more deep inhale. Squeeze and exhale. All right, let's go ahead and squeeze our shoulder blades together behind us. Hold it. Squeeze, squeeze, and release. Inhale again, squeezing back. Hold it tight. And exhale and release. One more time, let's go ahead. Push those shoulder blades back. Squeeze. And release. All right, let's go ahead. Bring the hands up, clasping the fingers, palms out and up. And other side, leaning. All right, let's put the hands gently on the shoulders. Bring those elbows up and around. Squeezing that belly tight and breathing. We're just giving ourselves some movements that maybe we don't typically do. Just kind of open up the body. Couple more. Last inhale and exhale, last rotation. All right. How'd that feel, relatives? Continue to stretch if you need it. Always trust and listen to your body. Know that you know it best. And while we're breathing, did you ask yourself, what is it that you need? And if you want to share, feel free to do so. Gwen says, my dad's last living sibling passed last week. I am mourning him and thinking about my dad a lot. Thank you for sharing, Gwen. Gwen, to you and to any of our relatives out there, whenever you experience loss in your family and in your community, on Mondays, we gather here on our Facebook Lives. On Mondays from 1 to 3 p.m., we have candlelight vigils. It is a place of mourning. So what you'll see is, obviously this Monday we didn't have it because the office was closed, but next Monday at 1 p.m., what you do if you want to mourn collectively is you go to our Facebook page, the HIR Wellness Institute, and you'll see a post about a candlelight vigil, and you'll just click on that. It'll take you to Zoom. In the Zoom space, everyone's cameras are off, everyone's microphones are off. But once in a while, blessings will be said. Ceremonial things will be said. Sometimes it's chant. Sometimes it's prayers. Sometimes it's our languages. And we're there to hold space for that loss. Mourning is an important part of community. It's an important part to grieve in a way that you can not only honor, but also recognize those feelings that you have, and just to sit with that. As Mariah says, Gwen, so sorry for your loss. HIR Wellness is here for you in your time of healing. Before we go, Gwen, I actually feel compelled to chant for you and for your dad's loss and for your family's loss. I'm going to do the Ancestral Chant called Na'omakua. I do it in Olelo, Hawaii, which is my Indigenous language, Native Hawaiian. So Hawaiians traditionally believe that our aumakua, they're our ancestral guardians, and they can be loved ones that pass. Oftentimes they are. And we call our loved ones who pass our kupuna. And when our kupuna pass, our elders, our relatives, our ancestors, we believe now that they become our guardians, our aumakua. They can come in lots of forms to send us messages or to protect us or to maybe answer questions that we need or guidance that we might request. And this chant does just that. I'll tell you what I'm going to say in English so you understand. And this chant, I'll chant for all of our relatives out there. What do you need guidance on? And I asked you earlier on this video, what do you need? And although I can't answer that for you, and perhaps if you're struggling with that answer for yourself, it's a question that we can leave to our aumakua, our guardian ancestral protectors. So we'll ask on your behalf, guardians from the rising to the setting of the sun, and guardians from the zenith, that highest point in the sky, to the horizon. We'll ask for our guardians who came before us, and our guardians who come after us, and our guardians who stand beside us in the heavens. May they give us guidance. May they give us a sign as a whisper from the heavens, or a reverberating in the sky, or movement in the land. I'll ask that our ancestors take care of us all nations, all people, all relatives, our ohana. May they embrace us and guide us. And in this, may the heavens grow. May the earth grow. May Turtle Island grow. I'll ask on your behalf that our ancestors give us the insight, give us the strength, that they give us the intelligence, that they give us intuition, they give us that knowing in our gut, and that they give us that energy that we need. This is for you, Gwen, and this is for all our relatives out there who are seeking something, who are seeking guidance. Nā omakua mai ka lahiki a ka lā kau, mai ka hoku I a ka halawai. Nā omakua ia ka hina kua, ia ka hina alo, ia ka akau I ka lani. O kiha I ka lani, o vei I ka lani, nunulu I ka lani, ka holo I ka lani. Ia ka pula pula a o ko, o relatives of Turtle Island, o relatives of all nations. E malama o ko ia mako. E ulu I ka lani, e ulu I ka honua, e ulu I ka pai aina o Turtle Island. E homai ka ike, e homai ka ikaika, e homai ke aka mai, e homai ka maupopo pono, e homai ka ike papalua, e homai ka mana. Gwen, I'm thinking about you, and to all of our relatives out there. It was a weekend of mourning, a weekend of memory and honor. As we transition into June 1st today, may you have moments of self-care, moments where you are able to put your needs first. Mahalo nui loa for joining us. Thank you for being the most special and unique part of this virtual circle of care. Malama punoi kokino. Take good, righteous care of your mind and your body, your heart and your spirit. You are worth it. You deserve it. You are enough. Aloha nui. Love to you all. You deserve love. You are loved. And you are love. Before we go, there is a community survey that's linked to this video. It's completely anonymous. Please, relatives, take a moment for the survey. Why? Because our founder Leah knew that she would never ever charge a penny for your healing at the HIR Wellness Institute. And the way we do this, oddly enough, is through this survey. So it literally asks just a few questions. It takes like 2 minutes to complete. Please, relatives, click on the link and take it. Alice says, thank you. That was a beautiful chant. You're welcome, Alice, just for you. And just for you, Gwen, and Indigo, and everyone. That was for all of our people here, all of our relatives. I truly, truly do hope that when you're asked what it is that you need today, if you don't have an answer, know that you can ask your ancestors, at least in my ancestral beliefs, is they'll give it to you. Pay attention to the winds. Pay attention to the birds that you see. Pay attention to the signs, the skies, the clouds, your gut feeling. Pay attention to where your energy goes. It is my true belief that that is our ancestors speaking through us, not only through our signs and Mother Earth and Father Sky, but also in our very blood. That courses through your veins. That guidance is there within you. Gwen says, beautiful. Thank you, Malia. Thank you. Indigo says, I love so much when you chant. Thank you. Thank you all for being such a special part of our mornings, such a special part of our community activated medicine. You are the medicine. I look forward to seeing you next time. Hope to see you all tomorrow at 8 a.m. Ohui o akuno and aloha.